Hello everybody, this is Luke Calm, and today I'm going to show you the result of 100 days of staking with Easy Staking. So this is going to be a bit of a review answering the two main questions. Firstly, how much did I earn? And would I do it again? So here I am on the Easy Staking website, and you can see that I have been staking for 100 days and 12 hours now, with my deposit on the 6th of September. My current emission rate is 9.3%. That's made up of 7.47% being time-based, while the 2.383% being supply-based. If you don't understand where these two figures are coming from, it might be worth checking out my previous video where I explained how to utilize Easy Staking. Okay, and without any further ado, my deposit balance was 100 stake and the emission accrued was a 2.59 stake. So yeah, I've earned something. And if you go back to the calculations, that's pretty much exactly what you would expect. However, this is the real world and the amount of value of stake has gone up and down, and in my case it's gone down. So let's do a bit of analysis about how much we're actually earning on that stake. So here I've made a bit of a simple calculator. I need to put in the reward and the amount of dollar value the stake currently is at. So I've already pre-filled that the stake I've staked is 100 and the amount of days is 100. So the reward I have received is 2.59. I may even round up to 2.6. So just put that into the reward. And if we add in the stake value, now that is currently on the day of recording, which is the 15th of December 2020, it's currently at $10. So it's a nice easy one. So I'm earning 0.026 stake per day, and that equates to a dollar value of $0.26 per day. Not incredible, I have to admit, but I'm not really doing anything. This is money I've locked up and essentially accruing this interest. But this only tells one part of the story. The first part of the story is this is assuming that I'm earning the same amount of stake per day. One element of Easy Staking is the amount of reward you get per day increases with the amount of time you put the stake into Easy Staking. Let's work out how much I'm actually getting rewarded or accrued per day. So to do this, we actually go back to the easystaking.xdaichain.com/deposits, the main page, and if you go to the amount where you're going to be potentially adding another deposit, there's a little calculator thing here. So to work out how much, well, a more accurate method of working out how much stake I should be getting per day now, it's just as easy to chuck in a value here. So the amount was 100 and the amount of days is 100. So from that, 2.58 per day, that's pretty much what I've got on my Excel sheet. And then just add another day, and it's 2.61. So I should be getting, very quick calculation, 0.03 stake per day, which equals 30 cents per day. I'm going to retire on that. Let's go do a bit more analysis, because some of you may be aware the price of stake has changed since I bought it. Okay, I'm here on CoinMarketCap, specifically on the XDAI stake page, and as we scroll down we'll see essentially the value of stake and how much it's declined over the last 100 days. So I bought on the 6th of September, so if we take a look at this, actual price, $26 I believe was my price, or $27-ish. So $27 now, previously, and then $10 now. It's safe to say I've lost some money. So let's just check in the calculator and just see what the profit loss is. So stake value, we'll keep that like that, but we need to add in the stake bought price. So this was roughly $26, or let's say $27. And this brought some of the calculations to the previous page. So the current stake price was $10, and it's just adding in the amount I've earned of the stake and the total stake I've got now. So currently I'm in the red quite a bit. So minus $1,000, $1,674 in fact, which isn't ideal. And if I was looking for a short-term win, then this would have been a very bad investment. So with that amount of losses, would I do this again? And to answer that, let's go back to easy staking, and you can see why I've been a bit coy on my page. Because you'll very easily see that I've actually added in more stake. So I've now deposited 200 stake and accruing interest on that. Why on earth am I doing that? For me to really justify the essentially the reinvesting of money into stake, I've got to go back to the xdaichain.com page and just guide you through essentially why I really do believe this is a token worth investing in. First off, you've got the projects and dApps. We'll just take a look into this, because these, unlike a lot of other chains where it's just kind of a single project that's working on it, there's a single purpose project, the xDai chain is essentially a sister chain to Ethereum. And at the moment, when gas prices are so high and it's a little bit longer on the time for transaction, the xDai chain is really fulfilling that need for quick execution of transactions. So you've got all these different third-party projects that are running on xDai chain, and this isn't future stuff, this is currently running now. And these are all third-party, so they're not specifically created by the xDai developers. So I would recommend just taking a good look at all these different things that people have created utilizing the xDai chain, and Stake is really making sure the xDai chain will be running as secure as possible in the future. I would encourage you to take a look at all the different projects and dApps that are running on the xDai or utilizing xDai within their projects. That's part of the reason why I'm confident that this will keep on working. Okay, yes, I've lost nearly $2,000 now, but I don't think it's even started. How xDai has even started yet. And even if we just go on to the news information, this isn't a ghost chain or anything like that. There's things happening on the xDai chain now, and really interesting things as well. So we'll jump into project updates and the latest weekly recap. And to just prove that it's not a ghost chain, there's 1 trillion total gas consumption within the system. And the reason why I'm reinvesting, essentially, well, not reinvesting, adding even more investment into xDai, or specifically Stake, is because the PosDAO hasn't even started yet. They're going through the testing and the tutorials in order to make sure it's going to be working as optimally as possible on release. There's also big updates as well. You've got a whole range of additions, like utilizing Stake as a collateral type DAI. So that's going through the process. So the initial onboarding application has been done. It takes about 2 weeks for that to go from submission to then go through a bit of a process in order to be approved, to be a greenlit, to be to be used as collateral. But that's just starting. And if you look at the comments on the application, it's very, very positive, and people are using DAI because let's face it, xDai is part of DAI, so it might kind of make sense that Maker, the creators of DAI, are letting you use Stake as a collateral type. You got some other things as well, but my favorite thing at the bottom is this Gitcoin GR8 or Gitcoin funding round 8, and there's specific projects there utilizing xDai, and to me this is why I'm seeing xDai, or specifically Stake, as a very undervalued token, because it's being used, and a lot of the higher value tokens with higher value aren't really being used in my eyes. I'm not mentioning any names, but anyway, that's why I've added in more investments, and I will keep you updated on my journey, and maybe adding a few updates on xDai chain as I find more interesting things. That's everything for this video. 100 days of staking, earned about 2.5 stake, with 100 stake as being my stake. That should be pretty clear now. And summary, I'm adding even more stake to my stake. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, please consider subscribing. I'll be doing more staking videos on xDai and also on Ethereum as well. I am learning to develop on Ethereum, so that's another series I'm going to restart. And I'm going to have some crypto reviews and analysis on other tokens that I'm very interested in. Thank you for your time, and catch you next time.